This is the moment that all of you have been waiting for, the very first episode of the F1 22 My Team Career Mode series, starting as a new team, just like the last F1 title, trying to bring ourselves from the bottom all the way to the top of the championship. So before we get to anywhere, be sure to like, subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's get into it. So Bahrain, round 1, followed by Saudi Arabia, which is going to be second round after Bahrain. Followed that will be the new Australian circuit, followed that will be Imola. And in round 5 we have a new appearance, which is the Miami International Autodrome. Following that we are going to skip Spain, so no Spanish Grand Prix for Carlos Sainz or Alonso. Round 6 we're going to go to Monaco, but round 7 we are going to miss Baku. Round 7 we are going to go to Canada, followed by the UK in Silverstone. Round 9 is going to be in the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Round 10 is going to be France in the Circuit Paul Ricard in Le Castellet. Round 11 is not going to be in Hungaroring because it's obviously the worst track. But so it's going to be in Belgium, followed by Zandvoort, Monza. Round 14 is going to be my home Grand Prix of Singapore, the Marina Bay Street Circuit. We're going to miss Japan and USA because they are boring tracks. Round 15 will be Mexico. We're going to miss Brazil for the first season, and we are going to end the season in none other than Abu Dhabi. So that's pretty much the race calendar. Now with all the settings, obviously we are going to run with no assists. We're going to go for the full qualifying session, but this time we're going to go for the long session, the 50% race distance instead of the regular 25% race distance that we always do. So here, increased department event frequency, high and standard player faults, resources are all default, nothing has changed yet. And pretty much everything stays as it is. So looking at the rules and flags, corner cutting stringency is on regular because sometimes the strict corner cutting stringency is very merepek. So formation lap experience is going to be experience, and we're going to on the formation lap. AI difficulty is going to be 100, but I'm going to increase it to 102 because I think that's the average AI difficulty that I play on. That's pretty much all the settings done. We are gonna use the My Team icons because I have the Champions edition of the game, so yeah.
First things first, let's create your driver.
If any of you are wondering why the AI didn't give its like very long welcome message, like how they always do when you start up a new save on the My Team's Career Mode series, mainly because that I actually wanted to continue the DPB Motorsport legacy. Just like last year, but I've decided to do something else, which is to bring in like old teams that used to participate in Formula 1 or used to compete in Formula 1, but they have already left due to whatever reasons that they had. So pretty much from now onwards, my Team Career Mode series is pretty much just reviving old teams that used to compete in the sport. So hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say here, and maybe you might see some familiar teams, maybe you might not, but we'll just see how it goes in the season.
And now let's focus on your driver's look.
Now obviously we're gonna skip that because I want this to be some sort of a surprise, so that y'all can keep speculating based on what team you think I'm gonna choose. But now in the sponsor section, pretty much we only have two sponsors that give out realistic goals, which is XSY and RGB, which is to finish 8th or better in the constructors or finish 10th or better in the constructors respectively. And pretty much as things stand, I'm not a man of taking risks, especially when it's our first season in F1. So at the end of the day, even though I get 400k less in the signing bonus, I still went for RGB, and that's pretty much it, the sponsors. So now with the engines here, Ferrari's engine obviously too expensive despite being the best engine on the grid with the highest performance and highest durability, and obviously Renault having a garbage engine at the first part of this the first season of the My Team Career Mode series, and pretty much there's only two engines left, the Red Bull power unit and the Mercedes power unit. The difference is $400,000, which also gives a difference of 9 units in durability. And obviously I want to try to start with as much money as possible, so after much consideration I have decided to go not for the Mercedes power unit but for the Red Bull power unit for first season of the career mode. Now it's time for our teammate selection. So as you can see, we have a blue, green and white suit, and I think for some of you watching this, you might know what team I'm trying to revive back into Formula 1. For those new fans who just recently started watching F1 like 1 or 2 years ago and don't have no clue what team I'm trying to revive, you can always do your own research, or you can just stay here whilst watching the video and speculate what team you think I'm going to revive. So now back to business. Richard Vershaw, Marcus Armstrong and Christian Lundgaard caught my eye because their experience were all over 30. But at the end of the day, after much consideration, I've decided to go for Richard Vershaw out of everyone else because his racecraft and awareness is the highest compared to the other two. So that's pretty much it, and we're obviously going to skip the livery, so it's time for our car reveal and for another episode of Paddock Pass with Will Buxton.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. We're here at the headquarters of Formula One's newest team for an exclusive first look at what they will be bringing to the sport. It's always an exciting moment to welcome a new team onto the grid. However, what makes this occasion a little more special is how strikingly different the cars are this year. Yep, the long-awaited new regulations are finally here, and with them, the start of the next era of Formula One. The 2022 season ushers in a change of direction to the regulations aimed at promoting closer racing, with new aero additions in the form of swooping front and rear wings, along with the new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres that will push tyre technology to the limit. So then, the question remains as to whether this team can grasp the opportunity before them with both hands and lead the charge against the rest of the paddock. We'll find out soon enough, as the new season is just about to begin. But first, let's see the unveiling of the team's car and meet the owner of the brand new Formula One team.
And if you couldn't guess from the beautiful car livery, we are going to bring back Benetton after a few decades of absence after they've been sold to Renault, if I'm not wrong. And the reason why I've revived Benetton out of all other teams is mainly because they helped Michael Schumacher win his first and second title in 1994 and 1995. So now pretty much for the start, it's not really that bad for now. And looking at the aerodynamics, we're not bad. We are 4th from the bottom, which is not a bad start for a new team that's just been revived into Formula One. And chassis, I wish we could say the same, especially for durability as well, because we are still at the bottom at those two departments. But for the power unit, I think we were 3rd best, if I'm not wrong. So that's pretty much all I have to say for the R&D charts. As you can see, we're 4th from the bottom, which means that we are the 8th best team on the grid. And after Bahrain, as you can see, it's Jeddah, so I decided to go for a chassis upgrade to reduce the weight on the car. And that's pretty much it with all those stuff. As long as you can see here, we have a personnel department event, which is to either decide to increase my driver's pace or increase Vershaw's awareness. And obviously I've decided to go for pace, just so that he can be faster than everyone else on the grid that's competing against him. And hopefully we can get this upgrade done. Oh no, we don't get this upgrade done. We are now upgradeless in the first race of the season, but I think that's what every team also has, 0 upgrades just like us. And I think our upgrade package is just gonna come after Bahrain, and we're just gonna save our R&D points for future races and future upgrades, because obviously I do not want to go guns blazing at the first race of the season. Obviously I want to know what the car is like as well. And pretty much we only have 2 upgrades coming our way right now before Bahrain. And speaking of Bahrain, it's actually time to head into our very first qualifying session as Benetton in Bahrain, so I'll just see you there. Now just a quick summary of the car. The car is fairly decent. We have a fair amount of straight line speed, but traction, I still can't get most of the traction of the car. So that might be a huge problem in the qualifying and the race if I want to catch up to the others up front.
Okay, guys.
Alright, let's see what we can do in our
Car's
first
ready to
lap
go.
for Benetton. This is the first episode of the comeback to Formula 1 after 1994 and 1995 when Michael Schumacher won his first 2 titles with Benetton. One minute 31.2. We are 2.4 seconds away from pole position. Alright, let's go for another lap. Another lap here.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
One and a half tenths up out of turn 3. Alrighty, we're fighting loads of time. Oh my god. Span. I got no traction, no grip as well. Alright, this is the lap, come on. Heading out of turn 15. Oh, missed the apex. That was horrible. Oh my god, we're a 10th down. No, we're already a 10th down. Come on, we need 3 tenths. I don't expect to be in Q2, but I just want to finish ahead of my teammate. Could have carried more speed through there. Oops, went wide a little bit. And we're ahead of Latifi. Alright, let's hope that that's enough. No, actually no. We can't go for another lap, we don't have time. Right, so P18 it is for now. Let's see where Vasseur is as well. Player taking pole. Oh, Vasseur! 5 tenths faster. 5 tenths faster than me. Okay. Alright. Maybe because he has the buff. He's the pace buff. That's why he's faster. So probably this race he will be quick. Then the next race he will go back to normal. But we're still both out of Q2 and let's just see what we can do in the race.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula 1 World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1, and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Sainz, George Russell and Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Ocon and Pierre Gasly, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher and Vettel, Ricciardo, Albon, Richard Verschoor and Black Mamba, Latifi, Joe, Norris and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Alright then. Let's just overfuel the car by a little bit. And let's start on the mediums. Alright, 29.1 laps of fuel for 29 laps. First 13 laps on the mediums, then on the hards. And let's see how it goes. Oh wait, we have the formation lap on.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice starts.
Oops.
Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down.
Perfect, let's go.
Okay, mate. Let's make sure we get
That
the
was
edge
a
on
good-
the surrounding
that was a good
drivers as
lineup.
the lights go out.
That was a good lineup. Here come the 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Okay, that's a fast start. Not bad, not bad. Better than my first challenges. Huge send down the inside. We got 4 wide with Albon, Vettel and Schumacher, I believe that was. Or was it Latifi? We're up to P16 already. Around the outside of Vettel. We're making moves here. I'm gonna let him go first. I don't want to be side by side with him through a chicane-ish. Almost hitting him on the rear. We do lock up a little bit. Latifi is closing in. Going for the switcheroo on Latifi.
Gap to your teammate behind is 1.
Oh, Verschoor's fighting someone.
They're on
Is that
fresh
Lando?
mediums.
Is Verschoor fighting Lando or something? No, it's fighting Zhou Guanyu at this stage, and we're on the grass. Ricciardo and Latifi are catching up. Ricciardo going for a send down the inside, but we try to defend, and we done that beautifully. Oh my
Use
god.
your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
Oh man.
Come on.
We spun. Okay, let's get back in this race. Come on. Oh no! Oh, you know what? Seems like Latifi is fighting with Stroll, and Stroll is falling down the order already because he's went out on turn 9.
Caution, caution.
Alright, we're really close to Stroll. Okay, let's pick up the pace.
Push now, we're boxing this lap.
Alright, we got DRS. Can use that to catch up to Latifi, but he has DRS on Magnussen as well. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Set hards.
Copy that, hards next time we box.
Vehicle condition.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
We're still lost.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Green flag.
Oh, blue flag. Blue flag. Come on, Charles. Let's go, I got DRS. Oh man, oh no, Charles is gonna cross the line and then we're gonna finish. Oh no, I've done a huge mistake. Oh man, no, Charles Leclerc's gonna cross the line and it's gonna be race over for us already. Come on. Oh man, I completely forgot. Oh no. That's race over already.
All right, race over.
Oh man, we were
Take
so
care of
close
the
to
car
catching up to
lead.
Latifi. But anyway, this was a good race. Oh god.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Talk to me out. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
Oh
so
man.
let's review the driver's standings.
Ah.
With today's impressive result, Charles Leclerc steps into the championship lead. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was
Okay,
your
we're
driver
10th
of the day, Ant?
in the
That's gotta be the
standings,
flying
I
fin.
think.
Wait, how many flying fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm
think,
talking about Bottas this time. Just
I
great
think
raw
we
speed
can
and a good job
finish
in
ahead of
traffic as
Williams by the
Let's
end of the
move on to
season,
the
but I think we're gonna have a bit of tight
Ferrari
competition
take
with
the lead
Aston
at the
Martin
top of the table.
if we want to fight for
And
ninth,
with
because
that, we
eventually
wrap up
McLaren
another
will get
weekend
ahead
motorsport
of Aston
action.
Martin.
But with more races lined
So
up, be sure to join us when
hopefully
come
we
back
can
with more Formula One.
do better in Jeddah in the next race. But it was good recovery drive all the way down to the last lap, so at least we didn't give up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, not a good weekend at all. And let's just see what we can do for the upgrades. We got quite a bit of an R&D point. We got quite a bit of R&D points, so hopefully we can still spend quite a lot to get ourselves into the midfield of the
Okay.
grid.
We've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Right, we finally have our first aerodynamics upgrade after 10,000 years. So next upgrade should be coming after Melbourne, as you can see here. No, the second upgrade, rear downforce, should be coming after Jeddah, so we'll just get this upgrade first. So we should have two upgrades coming after Jeddah. Yeah, two upgrades. So eventually we'll be fourth from the bottom in aero once we get both upgrades, and we should be tied with Aston Martin once we get the upgrade for our weight reduction after Jeddah. Power units we dropped a bit, and durability we're obviously at the back. And unfortunately that's all we have for today. Be sure to like, subscribe and turn on any notifications in order not to miss any more F1 videos in the future. I'm the Fat Boy. Thank you for taking your time to watch this, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.